yeah, me. Faze Clan. Everyone is leaving. Everyone leaving Faze Clan, and sooner or later we're gonna get the full details on why everyone is leaving, why everyone feels like the need to leave, and how they've been treated. I've been watching Faze Clan, you know, stream the group segments, the Christmas stream, summers, the 2 years I've been seeing them, bro, the group, the dynamic, everything, bro. It was like kind of sad seeing them leave, go everywhere separate ways. Maybe they make a new group, maybe not, I don't know yet. On August 5th, 2025, Max, he left Faze, and nobody know why, because he was under like contract. He couldn't really say much. He kind of really took the blame for, you know, people like hating him. There's a whole bunch of negative stuff, but that's just Twitter though. Twitter people really just, they're just negative all the time. Like everything recent came out on why he left, and one of the reasons why was
that nigga pay 20.
Here, this clip right here.
Like, I'll give you one part. Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little townhouse that Max was in?
Y'all know, like a little townhouse. So the Faze, they had like their own house, big mansion. Everyone was living in there. Max, he's like a music producer, he make music, so he needed to own his own like little guest house with like the mansion. So he had like the guest house. There's like a little separate house. He was in there because he makes music, and he probably doesn't want everyone to hear him making music and all that. So he wanted to make music, and he needed that house.
And Faze, they tried to make that nigga pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck? But Max is such a good nigga. He just, yo, bro, I just want to. And now niggas like Max look crazy, look like egoed out niggas. No, that shit not cool though. Like niggas taking shit on the chin, making him look like this nigga the ego monster. Niggas don't know the truth, bro.
So for the guest house he was living in, and he also had his own room in the Faze house, I think. Actually, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. They wanted him to pay either 20K or a percentage of his income to stay in the Faze house. In the beginning, Faze gave them like everything, a housing, all that stuff. So Faze didn't really, like, they were trying to build back up. But they was down here. You know, they was down here. The Faze people, like the Faze streamers, the new Faze people, the Lacey, Jason, Silky, Mac, Adapt, all of them were like up here, okay? So Faze was down here. Together, they're like up here. So both of them kind of helped them in the same way, because both of them, Faze formed the group. Faze wanted them to do all this. They gave him the house. They gave him to succeed, right? But then with that, like, you can't, later on, you can't, okay, let me switch it up. I need y'all to pay me now. Like, we gave you all this stuff in the beginning. Now we need you to pay. It doesn't feel right. So after that, you just leave. So Boy Max, nobody knows, he's a music producer, music artist,
partner of Spotify,
so he does
right?
everything with music.
You see how Max is a partner of Spotify, right? He did not have that sponsorship at first. Faze did. And this is how it happened. They redid Max's house, right? Redid his shit. And they're like, yo, can we put up the Spotify shit for this video? It's sponsored. Max is like, yeah, whatever, that's cool. After the video, I'm like, yo, take that shit down. You're not getting paid, nigga. These niggas start saying, nah, this shit hard as fuck, bro. Like, that shit just look good and make it official, bro. The Spotify, da-da-da. This shit look official. I'm looking at this nigga. And this is where I'm like, how does Max have ego? Because this nigga's like, yeah, this shit is a little hard. This is official. How does a nigga like, nigga, I'm like, gang, you're Boy Max. You can get that yourself. And if you want to split it, that's cool. What the fuck? So this is where, we end up taking it down. Little dude, we know they're selling his identity without letting him know. And so Max ends up leaving Faze. We only knew this because he left Faze. He got the deal on Spotify. They dropped Faze and gave it to Max. Guess how much this was for? 400 bands for 5 months. Niggas about to run off half the ticket off a nigga. Half the ticket off a nigga. Chat, just so this makes sense, imagine LeBron James and the Lakers working together, and the Lakers take all the money.
So Faze didn't put them in a contract. Faze didn't make them sign like a percentage of their income they make. They didn't make them pay for the housing. So now they need their money back. Now they want their money back, and they can't do it legally because of the contracts and all that. So I'm assuming this. I don't know. I'm assuming Faze, like, the way they get their money back is through like the sponsors. Like, they give them sponsors, clothing brand, whatever, and didn't tell Spotify, didn't tell Max about this deal.
From a commercial with beat.
400K for 5 months. He gets 400K.
Imagine LeBron is wearing a Lakers jersey, and he's wearing his Beats, and so LeBron and the Lakers are like, okay, we'll break this off, but da 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 da. Imagine.
So my thing is, like, the Faze, the corporate side, whoever the corporate side, they wanted their money back. But since they did a bad deal in the beginning with them, they gave them everything. After that, you can't just say, okay, now we need money. Nah, that's stupid now. That you can't do that now. At the beginning you should have did that, but now, nah. So now they couldn't do that, so now they have to do sketchy things, keep secrets behind people's back just to make money. Nah. Fat Boy Dip is Playboy Mac's cousin, and I literally just saw this, and it's pretty crazy. Playboy Mac cousin FBD revealed Max left Faze after Banks called him the N-word.
He called him like, yo, bro, why you leaving? Why you leaving? He would give him all the reason. He's like, yo, bro, the last reason for real was, you called me a nigga. You know what this response was like? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? What? And he's like, bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know you said that shit. I know you said that shit. He's like, bro, I was angry, but keep it a buck, bro. That's not the reason you left Faze. Keep it a buck. Don't put that on me, bro. You know I'm going through a lot, bro. You know I love you. You're going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. Don't put that on me, bro. Max like, yo, bro, I'm not going to expose that shit. Like, it don't matter. Like, I'm going to take that on the chin. I don't care, bro. I'll be the evil nigga. But you said that shit. He's like, if I did, it wasn't on no racist shit, bro. Like, nigga, what? This nigga Banks was calling Max in the car, saying like, yo, bro, they were just talking. And they're like, yo, this nigga Silky, though. He's lazy as fuck. Da 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 da. Yo, you would have thought we was in a skit, talking crazy shit, not even knowing. Max was on speaker. Silky is right next to Max, talking crazy shit about the nigga in Miami, saying this nigga's lazy. I don't know about this nigga. And when he comes back, yo, this is my brother. This is my brother. So I guess we all fake then, nigga. I guess we all fake as fuck. Silky hearing everything. Yo, gang, he was talking shit about him for like 10 minutes. We were like, yo, I'm literally like, yo, are we in a skit? Does he know Silky's right here? He has to.
Like, this shit is... Half of this shit is stupid. It's like, what is this, bro? Most of this shit is stupid as fuck. Like, I keep finding new shit from people that's around the Faze. Now I hear former Jason the Wee employee Ratified confirms that Faye Banks used a hard R towards Playboy Max and towards Silky and told Silky assistant Saeed to sit on his lap in exchange for a job. Yeah, nah.
I mean, if you already did, he already talked about it. Allegedly,
what are these clips?
Banks did call Max the hard R, allegedly. So allegedly that is true from my brain, my knowledge.
Allegedly, is that true? Yes or no? You keep saying allegedly.
That is true. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Crack Baby was not.
So he did confirm.
What I have said was, it allegedly Banks did ask Saeed to sit on his lap for a job. Okay, and allegedly, a very bad word was said to someone. Okay, those two I will confirm are allegedly. You
gotta own your own shit. You gotta put the work in to own your own shit. But once you don't own your own shit, somebody can tell you what to do. Somebody can say anything because they own something over you. At the end of the day, own your own shit. Actually, no, this was before Max left. Lacey was in a situation where he missed a segment on stream, like a sponsored segment for Faze. He missed a video shoot or something like that along the line. They kicked him out, but then they brought him back in. So he did miss the sponsor segment. He did miss it, or whatever, the video shoot. He did miss it. So that's accountability. He gotta take accountability on that. But at the same time, kicking him when it's like super early, when it's just only a year or two in, because Faze, you know, the people, they need their money back. So they probably was like, why are you missing that shit? They was mad because they wanted their money back. They wasn't getting money back from y'all, but they needed that for sponsors. They needed it from sponsors, merchandise. This is Lacey Mom.
Chat, listen.
These guys do not need Faze. Faze needs these guys.
Oh, shit! Mom, that was the hardest bar you've ever dropped.
It's true, though.
Damn right it's true.
Because these guys brought Faze back around and about. So.
That is true. Faze was almost in the gutter. They did the last effort and brought all of them together, all of the streamers together in a group. They didn't do it like business-wise for them. They kind of just fucked themselves up. It was already too late. Then you can't 2 years later you can't be like, okay, now we need money. Nah, bro, it's already too late. You should have did that from the beginning. So yeah, look, I said throwback when Banks kicked Lacey out of Faze for missing one video shoot, and they got mad when he talked about it. This is when Banks kicked Lacey out. So yes, so Banks said yes, I tweeted as a joke. Everyone thought it was a joke. It's called a breaking point. I already explained it. People playing with me, so he was like, just a breaking point. He said they took it to social media, which they shouldn't. In a group chat telling people just chill. Why are we taking it to social media? I don't know if this is true though, but it says I can't find the clip. But Banks didn't also use a dealership to scam Lacey out of a $15,000 on the golf court, manipulated him to think there was only one left. So if that's true, that's crazy. So if Lacey bought a golf cart for $15,000, which I guess people told him that was only one left, which it wasn't only one left. But I don't know if that was Banks doing, or you don't really know. After all that, now we lead to this moment here. Silky leaving, Ron leaving, Jason leaving, Adapt leaving. So now the owner, I didn't even know this was true, but the people that own Faze was a co-founder of DraftKings, and he said that he invested $10 million into Faze talent group over the past 18 months and gave creators the option to go independent or sign deals with Hardscope. After roughly 6 months of talks, negotiations ended with creators reportedly viewing the terms as unfavorable. The current financial structure of Faze is unsustainable, according to Matt. My best guess is that they're all good kids and a lot of people in Faze is in their ear and are confused. Damn, who's coming back, bro? So Faze Banks also sold a large percentage in stake, shifting the control to a new leadership that pushes for 20% of earnings, leading all members to leave. Yeah, Hardscope is the company that owns Faze. They invested 10 million into them at the beginning, but they didn't sign any contracts to make money back. 2 years later, after they blew up, made millions, now he wants money. Nah, Faze Banks went on the line talking about, it's a 12-minute video, but
via Faze, not selling it, creating a room. There's 5-6 individuals who are multi-millionaires and have beautiful careers ahead, and God bless you, and I wish you guys the best, and I ruined it. Yeah, the fact of the matter is, if we went in a time machine 2 years back and I decided to never try to fix this Faze shit, I'd be much better off. I'd have more money, and these kids would just be doing what they were doing before. It's hard for me to sit here and take that. It really is. And I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer, and your community included, is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actor. Faze was going to fund the Miami House.
Negative shit, he's mad, Negative comments.
Bigger platform and an audience
because this was bull drama, bullshit.
Every single one of these guys has a bigger platform and an audience because they joined Faze and met me, and has millions and millions of extra dollars because they met me. Whereas I, on the other hand, have lost years of my life to this shit and am significantly worse off financially. Significantly. This has destroyed me. My whole life has been completely destroyed in the last 4 or 5 months, but nobody gives a fuck because I don't have a Twitch chat. Everybody looks at these streamers as...
He's basically saying that, okay, I made y'all millions with a co-founder, 10 million, 20 million, into you guys. So y'all could be a group and do all this shit. But at the same time, I feel like you can't, you could put a group, but it's not gonna work like them. They also sacrificed to make the group work, the dynamic work, they sacrifice. They probably did so like they both kind of have like a good argument. Cause I feel like both of them, like both the Faze corporate and then everyone leaving, they're like both in the wrong. But at the same time, Faze corporate is kind of in the wrong a little bit more. That's what I'm thinking. And a whole bunch of things behind the scenes, whatever. So then Banks said these guys had free housing, free filmers and staff, all Faze channels, 0% income shared. Their money and platforms all skyrocket after meeting me. But I'm the bad guy. They give them all that stuff, but they're the ones that made it work. They're the show. They're the athletes. The athletes. My thing is like Faze Bank probably feel a kind of way because they gave him all this stuff, he invested all this stuff, and then they go online and kind of like not defend him, not show a little support, not even say something to help him out. But in fact, they probably have some like weird interactions, weird things going on, like Lacey, even that Lacey thing. Nobody knows if that's true or not, but the Spotify thing, like you can't really get help if you're doing that little weird thing. We'll see though. We'll see in the future what's going on. Everything will be revealed soon. Faze Clan, Faze might be over.